is they're going to use your income tax from 2019 to decide how much. But those people lost their job. So someone making $80,000 in 2019 probably lost their job now.
He makes a valid point, but I just want to let my viewers know that there is a way around that. File your taxes immediately.
The Senate Democrats will deliver the American Rescue Plan and the bold COVID response Americans urgently need. No minimum wage, a one-time bullshit payment, and guess what about that payment? Senate Democrats have agreed to cut the unemployment insurance from $400 to $300 a week.
I just want to clarify something. There are some things in politics that are complicated and require a lot of strategy and effort and negotiation, things like that. This was not one of them. The Democrats have the Senate, they have the House. They've got bipartisan support, big time, Republican voters, Democratic voters. They have everything going for them. This is training wheels of politics. If the Democrats couldn't pull off the $15 an hour, couldn't pull off the making sure everyone gets the stimulus check, who should be getting it, and as far as people who were working before and are not working now, simple solution. Don't do any of this qualification stuff. Use an honor system. This is an emergency situation. Use an honor system. Everyone self-identify, self-report their income for 2020. If you lie, guess what happens when you do your tax return? Simple solution. Simple solution. If you lie, they're going to get you when you file your tax return, right? So no tears. Give everyone their money. This is our money, right? It's our tax dollars. And then we figure it out during the tax season. These are the kinds of things that you figure out if you're actually making an effort to try and help the American people. I am not a genius to come up with something like that. There are people in the government who have a lot more skills and knowledge than I do. There's probably many other ways that you could figure this out if you're actually trying to figure it out. The point is, if the Democrats couldn't do this training wheels easy thing, what can they do? Things in the future are not going to be as easy as this. It's not going to be as bipartisan as this. This was the easy one. And this is something that they promised. So you made promises that are super easy to deliver, and you couldn't even pull that off. What's going to happen when there's something that the people want that doesn't have as much bipartisan support? Forget about it.
Brilliant.
Ben Spielberg, friend of the show, says classic Democrats deciding that they can't strictly improve the legislation. Everything good must be accompanied by something bad. Biden limits eligibility for stimulus payments under pressure from moderate Senate Democrats. Not even Republicans.
By the way, mainstream media, I have not really seen them really pushing on Joe Biden for stuff like this. I haven't seen a lot of talk about $2,000 checks, even though I had a family member tell me that, no, they talk about it all the time. I hear it all the day. They're talking about checks. I was very specific about $2,000 checks. This is what we're dealing with. This is how the voters in this country think. I'm literally saying he said 2,000, now it's 1,400, and no one's talking about it. And my family member tells me that, no, they talk about it all the time. I hear them talk about checks all the time. He's talking about that they talk about checks, not that they talk about this specific thing that I referenced, which was $2,000 checks. Yes, they talk about checks all the time, but they pretend like the 2,000 never existed. They just say stimulus check, and if they say an amount, they say 1,400. There is not a big outcry from mainstream media. I'm not seeing in the press briefings, they're like, but Biden said this and that, and how come that? No, they're talking about unity. That's all they're talking about.
Democrats. And guess what? That doesn't say the progressives are pressuring Biden the other way, because they're not. Meaning the Justice Democrats. Your heroes. The ones that we exposed for forced to vote for being not on your side. For the ones we exposed for being sellouts.
Exactly. I didn't see any war, any battle at all. This was easy stuff. The very important thing here is that people see the truth about how these people are in our government. This was very educational, because now you're able to see factually how they behave in a situation that's easy. Everything's on their side. A lot of support from the people on both parties, right? Not the politicians, but the people. We the people. Bipartisan support. They have all the power. So now you know what to expect when there are real challenges, right? Now you know you're dealing with a party that may not be as corrupt as the Republican Party, but they're not for us, we the people. There's a lot of talk, little on the action. And one of the reasons for that is I could talk to a lot of people on the left and they would disagree with me, right? This is why the things are the way they are. You give people crumbs on the left and they will accept it. You've got to go to an extreme level before there is rebellion, an outcry, major backlash. But as long as you're somewhat functional, well, we got a bill, but it's less than what Trump got. Yeah, but $1,400 ain't bad. Somebody literally told me that. And then in the back of their mind, well, at least he's trying to get the $15, but it's not easy.
For the one other YouTubers decided to defend and run interference for, and The Intercept and Ryan Gribb decided to run interference for. They're not doing anything to fight for you. Jack Uger just did a video yesterday where he had to cry on camera and beg them to do it because they're making him look like an idiot. He loves them. He loves them. He's doing it in a loving way, not like how we did it. You hold politicians' feet to the fire in a loving way. It always works, too, by the way. How's that working out? Democrats are means testing the aid, so it gets worse. So not only are they cutting the unemployment insurance, they're going to means test this fucking one-time COVID payment to you. You should be getting a COVID payment every month, like the rest of the Western world is getting.
But we're not, because there's no outcry. This is a democratic republic. The power is with the people, which means if we want to get something done, the pressure needs to come from us. The representatives represent us. If we are not pushing for something, then we're not going to get it. Why is a representative going to go and fight for something that they're not getting pressure from their voters to do? There's no major outcry, right? I talk to people on the left. I mean, I'm sure people who need the money, they're like, yeah, they should have gotten. But people who have jobs and they're okay, perhaps, regardless of where they are on the income spectrum, they're probably just looking at, well, at least it's not Trump with his tweets and stuff, and Joe Biden, he's acting like a president, and he got us a $1,400, which ain't bad, right? The representatives represent the people. If the people aren't pushing for something, why would they? When they start getting a lot of pressure, phone calls, emails, letters, when they start getting slammed from their voters, that is when they'll fight. Either because they care and they're doing their job representing us, or because they fear that will vote them out. We are the ones that hold the keys to their wealth and their power. Without us, they are nothing. How many trillions of dollars can the elite class donate that can override our votes? If in 2 years, none of us votes for Democrats, how much money from corporations and the rich will it take for them to stay in power if we don't vote? They need us. That is why the Republican Party is doing what they're doing, because they need the voters to stay in power and stay getting those checks. If they betray the voters, they will be removed. Voters on the left will not stand up, will not put pressure, will not make themselves a threat to their elected officials unless things get extreme. Which means the Democrats can basically do little to nothing. And then when election time comes, they have a moderate turnout. Republicans are horrible, so their low turnout kind of balances with our moderate turnout. And that's how you get this flipping back and forth. Sometimes Republicans win, sometimes Democrats win, right? You ever wonder why we always have these close races? That's why. The Democrats do just enough to hold their base, enough to maybe win, maybe not win. The Republicans focus on enhancing their minority rule, cancel culture, own the libs. Neither party focuses on being better and expanding their voters, appealing to more people. The Democrats have tremendous power and they can do so much that can appeal to people who are Republican voters so that the next election when they win decisively, presenting themselves as true competition. And you know what comes from competition? If the Democrats actually stepped up and did something worthwhile, the Republicans might be forced to actually grow up. Because if the Democrats actually stepped up, the Republicans would have no chance of ever winning again. Not with what they're doing now. What they're doing now only works as the Democrats play their games of giving us breadcrumbs.
The Democrats aren't going to do it for you. They're not going to do it. They're doing the bare minimum of the bare minimum. During the campaign for the 2 Georgia Senate races, Joe Biden repeatedly promised to pass $2,000 stimulus checks if the Democrats won. After they did win, the administration argued that $2,000 really meant $1,400 in addition to the $600 they had already gone in December. It went from $2,000 to $1,400. Maybe, and now maybe some of you will get the $1,400. You realize that this isn't charity, right? This $1,400 COVID relief payment. This is the government not living up to their end of an agreement. This is one of the reasons why we pay taxes. Whether it's true or not, now Biden is inarguably breaking his promise. Under pressure from moderate Senate Democrats, Biden has agreed to cut down the formula under which the checks will be sent out. Again, Joe Manchin is threatening to vote against it, so he gets everything he wants. The Justice Democrats, no problem, we'll vote for any piece of shit you put in front of us, including Ro Khanna said that. The supposed justification here is that moderates want the aid to be more targeted. The formula is horribly inaccurate because what they're going to do
get this.
is they're going to use your income tax from 2019 to decide how much those people lost their job. So someone making $80,000 in 2019 probably lost their job now.
He makes a valid point, but I just want to let my viewers know that there is a way around that. File your taxes immediately. If you can get your taxes filed fast enough before they get to processing of these checks, they will utilize your latest tax return, which will be that tax return, which will include the fact that you weren't working last year. Get it done right now. Otherwise, you may not get any check. And if you really need it, this is how you can possibly get it. This is the Debate Me channel. Debate Me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.